Hello. I'm hoping. Okay, I already got one comment, so I'm thinking I'm live right now, right? So this is all a bit new for me. I'm just gonna have a couple minutes to like settle in and see if this is all right. Just let me figure some things out. I got this notification that on Instagram that says that my countdown is almost over. So share so people can watch you. And I'm like, no, that's fine. I don't need people to watch me. Hey guys. So I got a comment from Malin. Hi Malin. And Magne and Caroline. Okay, so I know there's some Norwegian people watching me. As you guys know, my channel is in English. Like I make all my videos in English. So I am gonna I'm gonna do this live stream as well in English, but of course feel free to like write a comment in Norwegian if you don't want to write in English. That's fine. I'll do my best to try and translate without my head exploding, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I thought that I would just do a little live stream today to make it easy for myself, to be honest, because I've talked about this a lot on like everywhere, but I do struggle with concentration and with my workflow and my focus. So I love making videos, but to edit videos is like a huge job. And if you've never made videos, you probably might not know that the editing is like at least half the job. So filming is one thing, but the editing job is like basically the biggest part of the job of making a video is the editing. And it's not hard. Like I know how to do it. Obviously I've made a lot of videos by now, but I struggle with sitting here on my computer, concentrating and focusing for several hours. My head just goes anywhere else basically, and it's really exhausting for me. So I thought I want to make a video. I want to talk to you guys. I want to explain what's up. I want to give you a chance to ask some questions if you want that. And basically save myself the editing job. So here we are. Please let me know if there's anything wrong with the sound. According to my screen here, the sound is okay, I think. Please let me know if I'm wrong. I have some talking points. Obviously, I'm gonna do a little life update and just tell you guys what's going on, just in my life. And there is some big changes in my life coming up, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that too. And of course, just some general chat and questions if you guys have any questions. And just thought that we'll see how long that works out for all of us. I will probably be extremely tired eventually and just, go to bed. But okay, let's see. I'm just going to turn my phone on silent. I got my new phone today, people. Yay. I got my new phone today. This is the new iPhone 14 Pro Max in the purple color, like deep purple. The case, I have a clear case, but it kind of doesn't show really well on camera. It's I can see it's purple, but it's really nice. I really actually do love the color. I got this case today because obviously when you buy a phone that's this expensive, you need a case for it. And I just found out that I bought the MagSafe case and I don't really have any MagSafe chargers, I think. Well, whatever. Gunnar, that's my boyfriend. Thank you. Maria, hello Maria. Maria says she's from Sweden, so she likes that I speak English. That's nice. Let's see if I can actually. Oh yeah, here we go. Hee-hee. Yay! I can show your comments on screen at least. That's good. So we'll just see how this goes. Please have some patience with me. As I've said, this is the first time I'm doing this whole thing by myself. I have done some live streaming before, but that was with my boyfriend, and that was downstairs in his super fancy studio. And this is all me. So yeah, I don't know exactly 100% what I'm doing, but I think we'll be fine. Okay. Tattoo Ink says, hey, I drop my phone every week one time. Oh my God. Yeah, you will definitely need a case. And these phones are so expensive. I could never not have a case, even though I think the phone looks so much better without the case. I just, I couldn't. Oh, look at this, my baby. I could not have a case on it. Okay. Oops. No. So, hey Mick. Yay. Tattoo Ink says, I got a good case. Yeah, that's good. That's really great. So I'm just gonna jump into whatever the stuff is that I'm going to talk about, and you guys can hit me up with some questions, and I will try to get to your comments if you have any. But basically, yeah, my life is not very exciting usually, but suddenly a lot of stuff happened, and as you know, life happens, and it's always like this, you know, one thing happens and then suddenly 10 more things happen at the same time. So the thing is, I'm in Norway, right? I'm Norwegian. I live in Norway. And about a year ago, we moved from the capital city of Oslo to south of Norway, and just a little tiny small place called Vennesla. And I've been living here for a year, almost a year now, and it is just not working out. And I'm sad to say, I mean, I don't like to admit that, but I mean, that's just the truth. We moved down here to be close to my boyfriend's family, because he has family here and he has a daughter that lives nearby here. So obviously we wanted to live a bit closer to her. So that was the main reason we moved down here, and we were like, okay, we can just try. Like, why not? Just try and see how we like it. And it turns out that my mental health is not really handling it very well. I am actually not doing too great. This last year has been really, really hard for me. I really feel that my mental health has suffered, just because I don't know anyone here, so I don't have any friends nearby. I don't have a job either, because well, my mental health does not allow me to have a job. I am actually not well enough to have a regular job. And I'm still in the process of all that stuff to figure out the welfare and stuff like that. It's a thing. Anyway, so I don't get to know people through work like most people do, because if you move to another part of the country or a new place, usually people have a job or maybe kids, something that drags you out of the house and makes you make new friends. Like it will you will get to know people through your kids or through your work, or if you have family or friends or whatever. I have nothing. So like I'm just totally alone down here. And I've tried making friends. I'm not really good at that. Like I'm just not a very outgoing person. I'm an introvert. I'm not extremely social. I don't make friends that easily because I'm not really, I don't know. I think I'm likable. I think most people like me good enough, but I don't really like most people. I'm sorry to say, but that's just the truth. So I don't. I'm not a person who just, you know, makes friends everywhere. I'm just not like that. Um, so it gets very lonely. That's for sure. But you know, we give it a shot, and I've lived here now for a year, and it's been really nice though to be close to my bonus daughter, and also a bit closer to my boyfriend's parents, who they don't really live here, but it's closer to here than we were. So that has been really nice, but it's not really enough. And also there is a city nearby here called Kristiansand. It's not really far from here to that city, but it's not my city. You know, it's kind of I don't really know how to explain it either, because I guess you kind of know that feeling uh, of your home, like the place you belong, and that is Oslo for me, like the city where we used to live, where I've lived most of my adult life. I really love that city, and it feels like home to me. And it just got so much clearer to me after we moved here that I just I just don't belong here. I belong in Oslo. Like I want to go back there. I have my friends there. I just love the city so much, and I no, this is not the place for me. And I think it probably would be a bit easier for me to relocate I if I were a well functioning human being. Um, don't get me wrong, like I'm functioning in a lot of ways, but my mental health is not very good. I have struggled a lot with mental health, with mental health illness and horrible stuff like that. So that also makes it a lot harder. So the thing is, I can't and I don't want to live here anymore. So I want to move back to Oslo. My boyfriend, he also wants to move back. I think he primarily feels like Oslo is his home city as well. But it gets complicated when you have kids, right? Like I don't have kids, but my boyfriend has a daughter who lives here. Um, so that's when the situation got a little complicated, and just really, really hard, because there is no way that we can make this work 100% for everyone. My boyfriend does not want to move back 100%. And I know that I respect that, because he doesn't want to move away from his daughter. Obviously, I totally get that and respect that. And it's not like I want to move away from her either, but obviously he has a much closer bond to her than I have. I love her too. I do, but it's different. He's her dad, of course. So what to do? It is really hard. We basically have to decide, okay, so do I go back to Oslo alone? Like, do I want to live alone? Can I but I don't want to do that. Like I don't want our relationship to end in no way. Like that's the last thing I want to happen. I would no, that would crush me. So I do not want to move back there alone. And still, I don't want to live here. And what the hell do we do then? So I got to, we just went back and forth and talked about it a lot. And we figured out that, well, this house we live in right now, it has 3 floors. It's quite big. Small floors, but still it has 3 floors. And the first floor is actually an apartment in and of its own. So it has a bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen. So we are actually gonna rent it out. And from the money we get from that, we are gonna rent an apartment in Oslo. So I can live in Oslo and my boyfriend can live here and in Oslo. So I'm not, of course we're not like 100%, but I think that is the best solution for all of us right now, because that way I get to be mostly in Oslo and I have my main base in Oslo. And my boyfriend, he gets to live with me in Oslo as much as he can. And he gets to live here and be with his daughter from time to time too. So, and of course I can come with him and come back here from time to time too. And it's of course not ideal, but that's just the way it's gotta be right now. And I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, because that means I am basically gonna live alone, or like not alone. Obviously, we're renting the apartment together, so we're gonna be there together a lot, but I'm also gonna be alone a lot. And I know that sounds probably very nice to most people, but I am not used to being alone at all. Like I don't really enjoy my own company, to be honest. I just never learned that part, I guess. I am fully capable of living alone. I am grown up. I know how to do it. I just don't like it. So that will be a challenge for me for sure, to have periods of several days where I'm gonna have to live alone. And I've actually never lived alone before. And I realize that's kind of weird, because I think most grown-ups have lived alone at some point in their life, I guess. Right? But I haven't. I've never lived alone ever. So this will definitely be a challenge for me. And at first I was like, okay, well that doesn't make anything better, because I'm gonna have problems with my mental health either way then, because I'm gonna be alone in Oslo and that's gonna suck, or I'm gonna be here with my boyfriend, but in a place where I don't want to live. So I'm like, okay, but you never know. I still think that it will be better for me to go back to Oslo and move back there and have my friends close by, and to be in a city where I just love to be. And even though my boyfriend will not live with me every day, he will be there as often as he can. So like half the month or something. So we'll see. I won't be alone that much, I hope. So I think it'll be fine. But it totally freaks me out. It does. It freaks me out. And we don't know where I'm gonna live yet. We are looking for an apartment now. So it is very exciting and very scary and very, I don't know. It gives me a bit anxiety, and it makes me really sad to not live with my boyfriend every day, to not be able to sleep at the same bed as my boyfriend every day. But at the same time, it makes me a bit happy to know that I can go back to a city where I feel like I belong. And I really miss living there. So it is not easy. Being a grown-up really sucks. But I don't know. Sometimes you just have to, make the best out of a shitty situation, I guess. And just, find a solution that fits. And you never know how long we're going to live like that. I can't see into the future, so I'm guessing, life changes rapidly. So you never know what the future looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna see. I have ranted so long now. Jesus. Is anyone still here? Okay. Just gonna see. I got some comments. Oop. Excuse me. Never been there, but I'd like to visit with family. Norway, expensive country. Yes. Norway is extremely expensive. I think most people, if they don't know, or if they just come to Norway, they're kind of shocked because like everything is expensive. It's not like just housing or just like everything. Even the food is expensive. Even the coffee is extremely expensive. It's crazy. It is crazy. I moved to England by myself, and I met with wife here, so I wouldn't have any friends and wouldn't know anyone when I moved here. I understand. Yeah, that is hard. And I always really, really admire people who can do that and just move to another country even. I remember my oldest brother, he when I was a teenager, he actually moved to San Francisco in the United States from Norway to San Francisco to study for like 3 years. And I don't understand how he does it. It's just, or how he did it. It was so crazy to me that people can just do that. Oh my God, I get anxiety just thinking about it. It would be so scary. So I totally understand that. And, but good for you. I mean, really good for you that you did that. It's so much creds. Hello. JR. I don't like many people too, but I like you. Thank you. That's nice. Maria said, you sound just like me. That's nice. I mean, I know I'm not alone in being a weird person. But yeah, it is a bit lonely sometimes. To be human is to be vulnerable but honest. You're managing that even with the things that you guys are going through. Hold whatever you want close to you. Definitely. Definitely. And I see this as, even if it's really hard, I have been through so much harder stuff than this. Like, as I said, like I have struggled all my life with mental illness, and times have been so hard. And like, I have been through times where I didn't even want to be alive. And so this, like, I know I'm going to get through this. There's no doubt. Like, we will get through this. and I know that, and I try to keep thinking of the whole situation as a learning experience. So I'm thinking that, okay, it will be hard. For instance, the fact that I'm going to be alone a lot, which is something that I struggle with because I don't really feel comfortable in my own company, is definitely going to be something I need to practice. So this will give me an opportunity to practice that. So I'm trying to keep a positive outlook and just trying to see the positive things, the positive sides to this tricky situation, and trying to think that, remind myself that I am I'm a very negative person. Like, I am naturally just a person who are like negative and kind of dystopic, to be really honest. So I know that about myself too, and I have a tendency to always think very negatively and be scared or be anxious about big changes, so that I know that statistically oftentimes it gets to be better than what I think in my head, because my head is like all over the place, negative, and just like, world is ending. And most of the time the world does not end. So I'm just trying to convince myself that you'll be fine. No, but I will be fine. Seriously. I will be fine. Of course. It's just scary. JR says, you have to do what makes you happy and be where you feel the best in life, or find out where that will be. Yeah, I think that for sure. And that's what I'm trying to do. I think that we need challenges in life, and sometimes you do need to try, maybe like I did, to move somewhere new, to try and see that if there are opportunities there to explore. I mean, when we moved here, I was very positive. Of course, it was scary too, but I was positive. I was like, okay, just let's see where it goes. You never know who you meet, how it's going to be. Just try it, have an open mind, and be ready for some changes. And I think I'm quite good like that. I think I am very open-minded, and I like to, I feel like a really scared, anxious coward inside, but I think I am pretty courageous at some points and sometimes, because I do really like to learn about myself, and I do want to know stuff. I want to know what I like. I want to know where I want to live. I want to figure out stuff. So I do like to try it out. So yeah. And I guess, yeah, in some way it feels like a failure, to sit here now and look, oh, okay, we moved here a year ago and I'm moving back because I think it sucks living here. And of course, yeah, that it sucks. It's a bit embarrassing. It's like, whatever. But at the same time, that's life. That's just, I couldn't know that. I wouldn't know that when we moved here. And I had all the good intentions in the world, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that sucks. And it can be difficult to find a way to figure it out, to figure out a solution. But still, I'm just gonna have to think that it's worth it, because it made me a huge experience wiser. Like, I've tried living here in this kind of house, in this part of the country, in this kind of neighborhood. that was completely new to me, and I now know that it is just not for me. This is not. This is not what makes me happy in life, at least not right now. So, and that's the thing, you know, like JR, like you said, like to find out where you will be happy or to what makes you happy, that is not always easy. Sometimes we don't really know what makes us happy, and that can be a really hard process. But I just feel like it's important to, I try not to beat myself up, even if I like screw up, like moving here was a screw up or whatever, but it's not really that either, because yeah, as I said, it helped me out figuring out what I really want. Maria says, start learning liking your own company. It'll do so much for you. Yeah, I know. I really wish I was one of those people who just love to do everything alone, that could just like have a weekend away somewhere alone just to see another city or whatever and just have a good time in their own company. I would love that. I'm so jealous of people who could just go to the cinema alone or whatever just because they like it. And to me, it sounds so nice. But I don't know. I feel like I have this weird feeling. I actually fairly recently managed to put words to that feeling, because to me, if I experience something a bit special, to me it's like, if I don't experience that with someone, then it's like I didn't experience it at all. So it's kind of not worth it if I'm not with someone, which is annoying, because I do want to be able to experience something fun or something beautiful, do something that's nice just for me, just for my own sake, not to necessarily have to experience it with someone else, but to actually be able to just enjoy my own company and just enjoy whatever I'm doing for me. And I'm not good at that. So yeah, it will definitely be a challenge, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna practice it, and maybe I'll get better. Hi from Scotland. I love you, and everything you do are beyond perfection. Whoa, thank you. I don't know about that, but thank you very much. That's very nice. Oh, I'm so far from perfect, man. Oh my God. But thank you. That's nice of you. Asma Ali, this is gonna be a chance to like your own company, and believe me, that's a huge thing that you can depend on. Yeah, I mean, what if I can do it? I'm trying to think, like, okay, what if I actually can do it? What if I practice it a little bit? And what if I actually start to like my own company? That would be so nice. So yeah, I hope. And of course I have my dog, so I won't be completely alone. My little fur baby will be with me. And of course that helps a lot. Wow, are you sure an introvert? Have you seen the Mayor Briggs thing? Mayor Briggs thing. Oh, is that the personality test thingy? Yeah. No, yeah. I am definitely an introvert. I know it's yeah, I am definitely an introvert, and I know that. Because I'm a kind of person who I don't really like being social. I don't really like meeting new people. I love hanging out with the few people that I know and that I love. But usually I get really, really tired of being social. So, and I have some social anxiety and anxiety in general. So just being with people and being with in crowds and stuff like that, I hate it. It's the most awful thing. I never go to concerts and stuff like that because I just hate big crowds. It just my head just no. I don't like it at all. And so after I've been social, even if I'm social like with people that I love, like friends of mine, I usually do have to relax after. I usually do get really exhausted from just being social. It takes a lot out of me just to interact and communicate with people, even with people I do love and know. That's just how I am. That's just how I function. And there's nothing really wrong with that. I do appreciate time alone. I am a huge couch potato. Like I love whatever it's like sitting alone with the computer or with the TV or just whatever. I love doing things on my own, but not experiencing things on my own. Like I don't, yeah, no, that's the difference. That's the difference, yeah. Because I like doing things. Like if I'm making something, I like whatever it is. I like doing that, but I don't like going out alone. Like if whatever. I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah. I did do the personality thing, the Myers-Briggs thing. Yeah, I think I have done it actually. I don't remember what the result though, but I've heard it's hocus jeebies. I don't really believe in that kind of stuff. Kyla will live with you, so you're not all alone. She's a bit smaller than Gunnar to curl up with, though. Yeah, Kyla will live with me most of the time. I think so, yes. So I will have her with me, and that is definitely a good thing. She is a lot of company, even though she is very tiny. But she is not allowed to sleep in the bed with me. So I will have to sleep alone in the bed. That's just life. Can depend on Kyla for company. I sure can. Kyla's the best. Yeah, she's the cutest. I'm just gonna check my list here. Yes. Oh. So, yes, we are looking for an apartment in Oslo. Trying to find something is hard. It is very, very, very expensive. So that's definitely a downside to moving back to Oslo. Because this house that we're living in here now, we could never, ever, ever have afforded that in Oslo. So it's something completely different. But still, I think it's going to be fine. We will find an apartment that is pretty small, but still big enough for the two of us to live there. Mostly it's going to be me who live there with Kyla, of course. But I think we will be able to find an apartment. I have been looking online, and there are candidates that looks good. So I think there is hope. But I get so nervous. The renting stuff is so weird to me because, like, I don't know where you are watching from right now, but here in Norway, it is very, very common to own your home. So everyone buys, basically. Everyone. It is very common to buy a home. Um, and that is what I have done. Like, most of my grown up life, I have owned an apartment or a house or whatever, with a boyfriend, usually because it's expensive. But yeah. So I'm not really used to the renting market. So, and it's just so weird for me because it feels like an audition. And I just feel very, very uncomfortable about that because when you're buying a house, it is very straightforward. It is the person who has the highest offer will get the place. It's just very easy. But the renting stuff is so hard for me because I just, is it an audition? Like, who wins this? Who gets to live here? You have set a price. I've been here. I've seen the apartment. Like, yes, hello, I'll take it, please. But no, it doesn't work that way because you have to get picked by whoever is renting out the apartment, and you never know what kind of person they will pick. And like, it's like an audition, and I never, yeah, it gives me so much anxiety because I don't know how I get picked. Like, why? What makes me better than anyone else? Like, nothing. I don't know. So that's so stressful. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to find something. So and it's not gonna be a huge place. It's gonna be I'm thinking most likely it's gonna be a place that has a bedroom, and living room, kitchen, and bathroom. It's most likely not going to have any balcony or terrace or anything like that because that's expensive and I don't really need it. To be honest, I thought I did. Like, the latest, actually the few times I have bought a house or an apartment, it's always been a place that has a balcony or a terrace. It's always been like, we have to have that. And same here, like we have on the third floor, we have a terrace, and it is not huge, but it's nice, and we never use it. Like, we never use it. It's embarrassing. The whole summer, I had a lot of opportunity to sit out there and just enjoy the terrace. I did it maybe twice. So I'm realizing that I don't think I need it. And, yeah, no. So let's just save the money because, yeah, it's not necessary. But I do need a bedroom because we have now, while we're living here in the south of Norway, we have a teeny tiny apartment that we rent in Oslo because we are in Oslo pretty often because my boyfriend has to go there for work, and I usually come with him because it's like my home city, so I want to come with. And so we we rented this teeny tiny apartment in Oslo just so that we didn't have to book a hotel and everything like that. So it would be, more flexible for us when we go there. And that's like, I think it's like 15 square meters. I don't know what that is in inches. Sorry, I have no idea. But it's like 15 square meters, I think. And it's just a tiny, tiny room with a bed, a tiny bed and a tiny desk. And in the corner is like a tiny kitchen, and it's a tiny bathroom and one window, and that's it. And it is a bit small. Can't really live there. It is livable when you're there for like a few days, but other than that, it's just you can't. No, it's not, and especially for both of us in that little space, that I couldn't. Sorry. So yeah, we're gonna have to find a place that's a bit bigger, and so we're looking for, yes, a space like that, maybe an apartment that's like around 40 square meters, 40 plus, depends, of course. And it has to be fairly close to the city center. I have tried living very much in the city center, and I have lived like far outside of the city center. We had to like take a bus or a train to get in the city. And I just know that if I'm going to be alone, if I'm going to live there alone, I want to be in the city. Because otherwise, I'm afraid I'm just going to feel very isolated, and it's just going to be me alone. And yeah, no. So yeah, we'll see what we find. Of course, the nicer and closer to the city center you get, the more expensive it gets too. So, it's a job. Comments. That is best feeling of doing something different, having that courage to get out of that bubble that sometimes keeps us trapped. Yeah, I have done this several times and I'm still trying. Yes. I think that is very important, actually. I think we're all human, and I think all of us, we have a tendency to just stick to our bubble, because that's comfortable, obviously. And I think it's important to explore the outside of the bubble sometimes. Thank you for sharing this with us. It sounds like the right thing to do, and your boyfriend will probably talk to you every day and visit a lot. Heier på deg. Thank you, Magne. Thank you a lot for the support. Yes, I think it is the right thing to do. But again, I don't know. I wouldn't know. We'll find out. But I think it is. And he will talk to me every day. At least I will talk to him every day. I don't know if he'll answer me every day. No, he will. Of course, we'll talk every day. I am, it's, I don't know. I don't know if I've even gone a whole day without talking to him at all. Yeah, probably maybe one day. Like if he's been away on like a trip or something. But even then, we usually send at least a text like during the day. So maybe once I've gone one day without talking to him, but that is like a maybe. Max one day. Stay strong. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Teamwork with boyfriend and will work. Yeah. I hope so. I think so. And I'm trying to remind myself that it's not going to be this forever anyway. Like nothing is forever, good or bad. Situations change all the time. So we're just going to have to do the best we can, and we'll figure it out. Oh my God, Mick, I feel you on the renting process. I'm going through the same. It seems easier to buy than rent. UK, by the way. Oh, nice. So I have a viewer from the UK. That's cool. Yeah, doesn't it though? I mean, and I'm just really like on the fence about it, because if you buy it, you will keep making payments on the loan, and basically you just own And if you rent a place, you just give away the money, and I don't like that. Well, it's I don't know. It's a habit thing, I guess. Caroline says, høres ut som den beste planen nå. Sounds like the best plan this time. Yes, I think it is. I think it is. But I am gonna miss my boyfriend. Don't like being away from him. I like balcony. It's nice to go outside and sit outside and relaxing. Yeah, I do like that too, but I don't like it enough to warrant spending extra money on it, because I do it like twice in the whole summer. So no, it's not for me. And what you spend on the rent, you can buy in the end. What? What you spent on rent, you can buy in the end. Maybe that's how it works in the country you live in? Malin says, høres ut som en viktig og riktig valg. Står i en lignende situasjon selv, der hjertet sier det ene og hodet hva man burde det andre. So she's in a similar situation, and it's always hard to choose to like follow your heart or your head. And yes, it is. Because I know that if I'm gonna just do what I should, if I'm gonna follow my head, I would say just stay here. Just stay here for a few years with your boyfriend and living close to his daughter and his family. And when his daughter is old enough to like move out and do her own thing, then we can go back to Oslo. That's what I think, like, should. But my heart says that I can't. I'm not handling it very well living here. The thing is, I also feel that I've gotten worse since I moved here. My mental health, that is. And health is important. It is very important. And physically, my health is pretty good. I'm lucky in that way. But my mental health is a disaster. Like, yeah. So I know that is something I really, really should consider. I need to really think about what is good for my mental well-being, because I am vulnerable in that sense. I know that it is something that that needs care. And I obviously I can't live anywhere, because it's not working out. Ole says, can you sell your house now and buy in Oslo? Yes, that is one of the solutions we thought about, to actually just sell this whole house and move back there and buy something in Oslo. But again, that would mean that we wouldn't have a place here anymore for my boyfriend when he needs to come back here to see his daughter. So it wouldn't really be perfect either, because that would make it harder for him to be with his daughter, and we don't want that. We don't really want to see her less. I am going to see her less, unfortunately, since I'm mainly going to be in Oslo, but I don't really want to make him see her less. So that's why we're keeping this house, and we're renting out the first floor, but keeping the rest of this house to live in, so that his daughter still has her bedroom here, and he can stay here with her whenever, and we can kind of like live both places, mostly him then, so he can like come live with me in Oslo whenever he's able to, and he can come back here and live here a bit with his daughter when he needs to. And so that was kind of the plan. And as long as we own this house, it's ours, so we can always sell the house later, and we probably will sell it later whenever we want to permanently move back to Oslo or whatever. We can then sell the house. Getting late in England, and I'm working tomorrow, so I say goodbye and good night. Now we'll check your stream record tomorrow and finish it up. Aw, follow you. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tattoo Inc. I love that you came to watch. That was so nice. Thank you for all the comments. Stay strong. Positive thinking. I'll try. Thank you. Keiser Sultan. Drammen er litt billigere og nærmere om man vil spare på leie og fremdeles være I storby. Yeah, so Drammen is another city that is pretty close by to Oslo, but it's not Oslo, and that's the whole point. It is not Oslo. I've been to Drammen. I'm actually from Asker, which is a place like in the middle between Drammen and Oslo, and I don't want to live there. I mean, Drammen is nice enough, and it's gotten a lot better than it was. But I don't want to live there. I don't know anyone there. It's nice, but I have nothing to do there. And so if I wanted to go into Oslo, I would have to take the train, and the train it's fine, but it's a bit too far away. It is, the whole point is that I need to be in my city. I need to be in Oslo. So yeah. And he says, eventuelt Kristiansand. Yeah, that's also the city that is closest to here where I live now, here in south of Norway. And we also thought about it. That was actually the thing that we talked about first, because this house is in a really small place called Vennesla, which is like a tiny village outside of Kristiansand. And it's a 20-minute drive. Yeah, 20-minute drive from here to Kristiansand, which is like the nearest city. So we actually, at first we were thinking of, should we just move to Kristiansand, like the nearest city? At least it is a city. And yes, it would definitely be better, I think, to live there in a city than here. But even better to live in Oslo. To me, it would be kind of the same thing to live here in Vennesla or to live in Kristiansand. It would still be hard for me, because I don't know anyone anywhere near here, like in this part of the country at all. I don't have any family or friends here. So no, I don't know if it would help that much. And if we move there and it wouldn't really help that much, we would just have to move again after that. And moving is hell. You probably all know that. So we just decided to try this way instead. So I think it is a better solution. And we'll just try. We'll have to see. Marga says, my brother lives in Svalbard. Maybe that's an option. No. No, definitely not. My boyfriend has been there, actually, to Svalbard. I've seen pictures. And that is not a place for me. I admire people who live there and actually like to live there. That would be like, I'm guessing if you like that kind of thing, the cold and the small, it's wonderful if you like that. I mean, but that's like the opposite of what makes me happy. So I don't think so. After all this, we can keep going with the new plans, but as long as we get to see some new vlogs from you in our new place, in your new place, I will be happy. JR. Thank you, JR. That was another point I was getting to, actually. Thank you for reminding me. Because the thing is, we're renting out the apartment that is downstairs. And downstairs is also where my boyfriend has his office. So that means he will have to move up here to this office, because this is the only place where we have room for him. So he's gonna have to move all his stuff. Oh my God, it's gonna be such a job. He has like a huge studio and office and everything downstairs. So all that needs to come up here. That makes this office his office. And there is not going to be any room for me. So I'm not going to have an office anymore. This computer that I'm sitting at now, we're probably going to sell it, and we're probably going to buy something else that we can share when we have an apartment in Oslo. And so I don't really know if I'm going to be able to make any videos for a time now. That is also why I wanted to make this video now, because like basically tomorrow we're going to have to start with the moving process of moving his office up here, and I'm going to have to say goodbye to this space. So this is probably the last you're going to see of me. For a while. No, but it'll be fine. But yeah, I probably won't be able to make another video for my channel for a little while, but that's why I was hoping that this live stream is something that you guys like, and something that I like, and something that works, because live streaming is much easier than filming and editing and publishing a video. So if I'm thinking, if this works, I would maybe rather do a live stream now and then, instead of making a video. Because I don't want to quit YouTube. I would, if I was better, like if my health was better, I would make videos all the time. I love making videos and I love posting to YouTube. I love all that stuff, but I'm just not able to. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll do some more live streams in the period from here to whenever I get settled in a new apartment and get a computer or whatever. And because, you know, I why not, right? It's better than nothing, I hope. Sid 1. I was there for almost 3 days. That was enough for me. I guess you mean Svalbard then? Yeah. No, it's not for me either. I haven't been there, but I can already tell you it's not for me. Maria says, I've been there too, but I would rather live in Spain. Yeah. Or wherever it's hot. Exactly. I'm like that too. I'm from Norway. I live in Norway. And I hate the winter and the snow. It is really, really not for me. Like, I'm not born to be a Norwegian, I think. Mick, good night, lady. Stay true and safe. Thanks, Mick. Good night. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm really considering moving to Portugal in a few years, said one. Yeah. Have you been following my boyfriend's stream or something? Because like he's talking about the same thing. He's had this thing about Portugal. I don't know why Portugal, but obviously it's a good place to live. Like a lot of people move to Portugal. It's warm, it's beautiful, it is pretty cheap, I guess. At least it's cheaper than here. And suddenly he was all about that idea that we were going to move to Portugal sometime. I don't know if that's going to happen, um, but who knows? I am open to moving. Obviously, I am open to moving, but yeah, we'll see. No, I've never lived in another country before. Actually, I have traveled a lot. I have been through to a lot of countries around the world, but I have never lived anywhere else than in Norway. But it would probably be a nice experience. I think could be. Sid one says, the reason I consider Portugal is that it's pretty similar to Norway in many ways. Healthcare and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And it's so beautiful there. And warm. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard as well, actually, yes, that they have good healthcare systems and stuff like that. And living in Norway, that is really something you should not take for granted, and something I would not want to be without. Because the healthcare system, I mean, yes, of course, there's a lot of stuff that we could improve, but we are so lucky to live in a country where everyone has healthcare, and it is just I could never imagine living in a country where I would have to pay some kind of health insurance, or if I broke my leg, I wouldn't be able to get it fixed because it would cost too much money. It's just crazy. If I go outside here and fall and break my leg, the government will pay for everything, the expenses that it costs to get that repaired, and it's priceless to live in that kind of country. So yes, that is important. That would definitely be something to consider. If I'm moving to another country, the healthcare and stuff like that, yes, definitely important. Definitely. Nope. No. Ugh. I keep pushing buttons, clicking things that is wrong. No, okay. No, I think we're good. As I said, it's the first time I use this live stream stuff. First time I do a real live stream. So Julianus says, hello, I'm from Indonesia. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. I mean, that is really cool. That is one of the reasons I love doing YouTube in English, because people from Indonesia will be able to join. It is kind of mind-blowing to me. Not that I think that many people all over the world would want to watch my videos, but it's just nice, because whenever I get a comment on one of my YouTube videos that are like hello from Bali or whatever, you know, it's so cool. It's really awesome to be able to reach people all over the world, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was doing this in Norwegian. Of course, there are some. Yeah, I have to admit, I do kind of miss doing stuff in Norwegian sometimes, because having to translate in my head and speaking another language is not always very easy, but still. Sniffing. Yeah. Oren Brown, anyone? Hi, Tone Sabro. Nice to see you live. Thank you. Third oneer. I have been sitting here for, oh, it's been over an hour. Wow. So I am probably gonna quit soon. But yeah, it's very nice that you came to see. Carolina says, how many animals have you had? I'm guessing how many animals I have owned, like my whole life. 2, which is a catastrophe considering how much I love animals. But I wasn't allowed to have any animals when I grew up. I desperately wanted an animal, like I wanted anything. Basically, like any animal, whatever, I wanted it. But no, my parents wouldn't allow me to have any. So I had a dog with an ex-boyfriend a few years ago. No, that's actually many years ago now. We had a dog, and when we broke up, I didn't have a job and I didn't have a place to live, and I didn't know basically what was going to happen to me in the future right then and there. So I wouldn't be able to guarantee that I could take care of the dog. And as heartbreaking as it was, I knew that the best thing for the dog then and there was to live with my ex-boyfriend. That was heartbreaking to give her up, but I knew it was the best thing for her. But yeah, so that was first, and second is now the dog I have now. So yeah, 2 dogs. Maria says, I really want to do a palm tattoo, but it hurts like hell, right? I love yours. Yes, it hurts. It hurts a lot. My palm tattoo is definitely the tattoo I have. I had the most. That was the most painful one. I'm thinking, yeah, of all my tattoos, I think this was the most painful one. I actually nearly fainted. That was how painful it was. But again, it is very individual. People are different. I have a friend. I have a friend who. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she does not get pain from getting tattooed. So she has this weird thing where it doesn't really hurt. And she has a lot of tattoos, and she had her palms as well, and she just doesn't feel pain that way. It is very strange. I have never met anyone like that before. I have also heard, but about the palm, I have heard that it's really, either it really, really, really hurts or it doesn't hurt at all. I have heard people who really didn't have too much pain and just found it to be not as painful. And the other half of people says that it's the most painful thing they have ever felt in their life. And I have no idea if that is technique or if it's just individual differences, but the palm is extremely painful to get tattooed. So, and that's why I haven't touched it up, obviously, because you can see some of the lines here, they didn't heal as well, which is to be expected, to be honest, because the palm is very hard to tattoo, or like the hand, fingers, hand in general, it's a hard place to tattoo. It's a hard to heal, like perfect the right time. So I was expecting this to like not heal perfect, and that I would have to go back and get some touch-ups, and I still haven't done that because it's so freaking painful. It hurts. It hurts so much. I have never been this close to fainting ever. I was, my face was all white, and I was like, okay, I need to lie down, because no, it was horrible. It was freaking horrible. But I don't regret it one bit. I love my palm tattoo. I absolutely love it. I would like to have my other palm tattooed as well, but it hurts. It hurts so much. Yeah. No, most I mean, tattoos hurt, but the pain in the palm was special. Maria says, I'm heavily tattooed, but it always hurts like hell. I passed out once. Yeah, right. Oof. I am I think I'm pretty good at getting tattooed. I have gotten tattoos from several different tattoo artists, and I've always heard that I do it well. Like I get tattooed good, because I'm very much able to take it, take the pain, and just sit quietly. And I guess I'm just, and I have soft skin or whatever. So like, yeah, I don't know. I've heard that from several people, and I get it, because some people just don't handle it very well. I'm not talking about like fainting or something like that. That's, you can't really help that. Like even if you do all the right stuff, like you eat and you drink and you can still like get lightheaded and faint. I mean, that's not your fault, but there are people out there who just cannot sit still and just does not want to stop, and just fidgeting and everything, and it's yeah. So but yeah, oh, it can be really painful. The worst places I have tattooed were close to my armpits and the back of my neck. So yeah, yes. Underside of the arm is pretty painful. Back of my neck, I didn't think that hurt actually at all. I also heard that people said that, the spine hurts so much, the back of the neck and the spine. I don't think so. To me, it wasn't really that bad. JR says, yeah, live streaming sounds good. You can live stream when out so that you can take us on your trips. Also, not that it's as exotic as Indonesia, but I'm in Kansas. You're in Kansas. Cool. Yeah, of course I could do that. But I'm actually very socially awkward, and I have social anxiety, and I'm very insecure. So whenever I'm outside, if you notice like my vlogs, my videos in my YouTube channel, whenever I'm outside, whenever I'm outside filming, it's either me not saying anything and just really discreetly filming, or I am completely alone, because I'm not able to just be like a vlogger who just walks around with the camera in their face and just like that's normal, and talking and like being on a camera. I get so freaked out. I just feel so self-conscious and stupid. I just feel like everyone is looking at me thinking, what the hell is she doing? Who the hell is she? Who the hell does she think she is? Then, oh my God, I feel like I look so stupid. And I get this total anxiety, and I can't. I wish I could. Like, I love seeing that. Like other people I watch on YouTube and stuff, like vloggers, and, they're out in the city and just doing whatever. They have a plan, minding their own business and filming, talking to the camera, and people are walking by and no one cares. And I'd love to be able to do that, because I can't. I can't. I get so much anxiety. I'm trying though. I am trying. I am like in the start when I started vlogging a little bit outside, I was like hiding the camera, and whenever a person would be like walking past, I was like, no. I would freak out. And at least now, if I walk outside vlogging now, I am able to like film myself talking to the camera a little bit sometimes. If I feel busy, like if I feel like I'm in the middle of something, and a person walks by, it's like I can handle it mostly. But I would never be able to like be in the middle of the city, walking down a busy street and just filming myself. I would no, I freak out just thinking about it. But I wish I could. I wish I could. But who knows? Who knows in the future if I do this a lot, if I get used to live streaming, if I maybe. But it's risky though, to live stream and go out and go places while live streaming, because you never know what happens, and that's a bit scary. But yeah, I like this format though. I do like live streaming. I think live streaming is so much fun, and it's fun to be able to speak to people and stuff like that. So yeah. We're talking about tattooing. It's important to take breaks if it hurts too much and start shaking and stuff like that. It could be because I had really long session, over 10 hours. So I was so tired at the end that my body just had enough when I did my back and neck. Yeah, of course. And the longer you sit, the more tired your body gets, obviously. That's obvious. I mean, of course, yes. So I've had long sessions like that too, when I after I'm done, I'm just totally like done. Like I'm barely being able to like walk home because I'm so tired. And like, yeah, because there's like this adrenaline and all these, yeah, you have to concentrate on taking the pain and just, yeah, no, it's really actually really exhausting, and it doesn't sound like that because you're like basically just laying or sitting completely still, but it's exhausting, like really, really exhausting. So yeah, definitely. Death for Breakfast says, hey, hello. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had like really long sessions. I really don't like that anymore. I usually did that earlier when I used to get tattooed. I usually would book like a whole day, like a long session, as long as possible, just to get done as much as possible in a day. I don't really do that anymore. I usually try now to book half a day if it's possible. Just because I know how tired I get after, and it doesn't feel good to be that tired. And sometimes I get so tired that I'm like, my whole next day gets ruined because I'm so tired. So no, I don't think so. I don't think that is good for me. And if you are in a state of kind of a vulnerable mental health kind of state, like I'm like me, when I suffer with my mental health, I have like periods when it's better and worse, right? And if I'm in this kind of like worse period where I'm really not doing too great mentally, getting tattooed is much more exhausting. So I know, at least if I'm in like one of those periods, that I cannot have booked a whole day of tattooing, because I will have a mental breakdown as well. Like it is not, no, it's hard. It's definitely hard. Now 4 to 6 hours is the most I'll do. Yeah. And also it's so dependent on who the tattoo artist is. The tattoo artist who does my my back, Trine Grim, she is really, really quick. So even if I have booked like 3 hours with her, she gets so much done. And it's such a relief. It's so nice to be able to you know, like, she's like, oh, I have half a day that day, like 3-4 hours. I'm like, yes, let's go for it. I know that I won't be as tired after, and I know that she would also be able to do a lot in those hours because she works really fast and efficiently. And that is also very, very varying from artist to artist. I have a friend who works in Drammen. He was the artist I used to go to back in the days when I lived in Asker. Anyway, he is really good, but he's very slow. Like, he's a good artist, but he works really slowly. So I would have to, like, the thing that Trina does on my back in 3-4 hours, he would do in like 6-7 hours. And that doesn't really say anything about his skill. It's important to note, because you can be a really good and skilled tattoo artist, even if you are slow. Like, people just have different techniques, right?
Hi. Oh, look at my baby. She woke up. Oh, she's been sleeping. Yes. This is my fur baby. Her name is Kyla. And we're moving to Oslo. Aren't we? Yes, we are. You're coming with me. Yes, you are.
Okay, so the medication I take also can make it so I bleed a lot more sometimes. Oh, so then we usually have to cut it as soon as possible if it happens. You guys just quit it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one that does me now is pretty fast also, right? Yeah. Yeah, and bleeding can also be really bad, because if you bleed a lot when you get tattooed, that can also affect the result of the tattoo. So, you know, it's, yeah. I haven't seen your videos in a while, so I don't know if you still have it, but that rose that was on your hand is still one of the best tattoos I've ever seen. Oh, the rose. So this one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I love it too. It's one of my favorites. I would never get rid of that one or black it out. That was on purpose. Like, I chose to not black that out because I really wanted to keep it. But I'm gonna finish this live stream. And I'm just gonna say that if you also want to talk about tattoos, I will be very, very, very glad to do one of those live streams. My thought about these live streams are that I'm gonna do like different themes. So we can have tattoo live streams where you can ask me questions, or I can talk about tattoos, stuff like that, or we can have like mental health as a topic or whatever. And I would really, really love that, to be able to do some live streams, to have 1 or 2 whatever topics on a stream, and we can just talk about stuff. And I can share with you my experiences with the stuff that I know about. And I feel like that would be a good thing. And that way I could still make videos and reach out to you guys, and, you know, just keep this YouTube thing going, without me having to struggle through the whole editing process. That would be really nice. And I do really love making videos about mental health, about tattoos, about, you know, difficult everyday stuff and creative stuff. I do love that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to try, you know, I'm just gonna have to figure out something with that too, you know. In regard to the YouTube stuff, it is hard, because when you're not well enough to work on editing and stuff like that, it is very hard to make videos. but I still want to do it. So I hope you guys will still follow my channel and subscribe and everything like that. And don't give up on me, even if you don't see me every week. Because I want to be able to make videos. So please please comment with the stuff that you would like to see in a future live stream. You can contact me. I am available on social media. If you search for my name in social media, you will find me. You can also support me on Patreon, which nobody does. And I totally understand why, but you can if you want to. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, if you follow me on social media, you can also contact me there and give me some tips about topics you would like to hear about in these videos or live streams. I would love to hear from you guys. Seriously, I try to answer whenever I get messages from you guys. I try to answer them. I love hearing from every one of you. So yeah, I feel that my voice is really getting tired, so I am gonna quit. But I want to thank you all for tuning in today, this first live stream. I think it went pretty good. Technically, I think I got it. And yeah, let me know, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really love that you were here today to support me and to watch this live stream. Even though it's just like a chill little time with me doing nothing, I really appreciate it. And so maybe I'll see you next time. So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. So next time I publish a live stream, you'll get a notification about it. I'm gonna say goodnight because it's evening here in Oslo, here in Norway, not in Oslo yet, but in Norway. And my little baby, she wants attention and she is gonna get it. So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Really, I do. Thank you.